Ever wondered about the mysteries surrounding psychedelics? Well, you're in for an enlightening journey. Today, we're going to debunk some common misconceptions about these fascinating substances. We'll explore their effects, dispel the myths, and uncover the truth. From the false notion of all trips being good trips to the mistaken belief that psychedelics lead to insanity, we'll tackle these misunderstandings head-on. So fasten your seatbelts and open your minds. Prepare to have your mind expanded as we delve into the top 10 misconceptions about psychedelics. First off, the belief that psychedelics are addictive. This is not entirely accurate. Unlike substances such as nicotine or opioids, psychedelics do not lead to physical dependence. You won't experience withdrawal symptoms if you stop using them. These substances work by temporarily altering one's perception of reality, not by triggering a compulsive need for more. They do not fit the classic addiction model. Thus, it's important to separate habit from addiction when discussing psychedelics. So, the first misconception is officially debunked. Next up, the notion that psychedelics cause brain damage. This belief is widespread, but studies show there's no direct link between responsible psychedelic use and brain damage. In fact, some research even suggests that these substances might stimulate the growth of new brain cells. However, it's critical to emphasize that irresponsible use or misuse can lead to harmful effects. The key lies in responsible, informed use. So, there you have it. The claim that psychedelics cause brain damage doesn't hold water. Misconception number 2, busted. Now let's tackle the idea that all trips are good trips. Contrary to popular belief, not all psychedelic experiences are positive. These so-called bad trips can be caused by a variety of factors, including the user's mindset, the environment, or even the substance's dosage. They can be unsettling, inducing feelings of anxiety, paranoia, or fear. But remember, they can also be managed. By setting the right mood, choosing a safe environment, and having a trusted companion, you can significantly reduce the chances of a bad trip. Misconception number 3, check. Moving on to the claim that psychedelics lead to insanity. Now this is a heavy misconception. There's a lack of concrete evidence linking the responsible use of psychedelics to long-term mental health issues. When used in controlled environments, psychedelics do not inherently lead to insanity. In fact, they've been shown to have therapeutic benefits. It's important to remember that every person's reaction to these substances can differ. Misuse can lead to harm, but that's true for many things, not just psychedelics. And there goes misconception number 4. Halfway through, let's debunk the idea that psychedelics are a gateway to harder drugs. It's a common misconception, but the truth is there is no proven causality between the use of psychedelics and the subsequent use of more dangerous substances. Contrary to popular belief, many users of psychedelics do not escalate their drug use to harder substances. While substance misuse is a serious issue, blaming psychedelics as a gateway is not supported by scientific evidence. Misconception number 5, debunked. Next, the belief that psychedelics have no therapeutic value. However, recent studies beg to differ. Research shows that psychedelics like psilocybin and LSD have shown promise in treating conditions such as depression, PTSD, and anxiety, especially when traditional treatments have failed. These substances are being used in controlled, therapeutic environments, offering new hope for many. It's important to remember that these are preliminary findings, and further research is needed. Misconception number 6, busted. Now let's tackle the idea that psychedelics are the same as hallucinogens. It's easy to conflate the two, but not all hallucinogens are psychedelics. Hallucinogens are a broad category of substances that alter perception and cognition. Psychedelics, on the other hand, are a subset of these, characterized by their ability to induce profound changes in consciousness, thought, and mood. So while all psychedelics are hallucinogens, not all hallucinogens are psychedelics. Misconception number 7, check. Moving on to the claim that psychedelics cause permanent visual changes. While it's true that some people report experiencing residual visual changes after using psychedelics, it's important to note that these instances are quite rare. Most users do not experience any long-term visual alterations. What's more, many reported cases can be attributed to other factors, such as pre-existing mental health conditions or use of other substances. So, it's not a common side effect for the majority of users. And there goes misconception number 8. Penultimate myth. Psychedelics disconnect you from reality. Contrary to this belief, psychedelics can actually heighten your sensory perception and increase self-awareness. They often lead to profound experiences that peel back layers of your consciousness, revealing a deeper understanding of your own mind and the world around you. This doesn't mean you're disconnected from reality, but rather, you're engaging with it on a more profound level. Psychedelics can, in fact, amplify your connection to reality. Misconception number 9, debunked. Finally, the belief that psychedelics are a modern phenomenon. This couldn't be further from the truth. Psychedelics have a rich history, deeply ingrained in the practices of many ancient cultures. From the ritualistic use of ayahuasca in Amazonian tribes, to the consumption of magic mushrooms in indigenous Mesoamerican societies, these substances have been a part of human spirituality and healing for thousands of years. Their use predates written history, challenging the notion that they are a product of the 20th century, and with that we've busted the final misconception. And there you have it, the top 10 misconceptions about psychedelics. From debunking the myth that they're addictive, cause brain damage, or lead to insanity, to challenging the idea that all trips are good, or that they have no therapeutic value. We've also clarified that psychedelics aren't the same as hallucinogens, don't cause permanent visual changes, disconnect you from reality, or are a modern phenomenon. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding is the first step to acceptance. Stay curious, stay informed, stay